Hi, THR family. I'm JJ Finley.
I'm MC.
I'm TA.
I'm Eke, and this is Nuggy.
I think a lot of times, I know this is kind of a stereotype, but homeschoolers can seriously be the smart aleck of the group.
Yeah.
Because they have more time to think, and they have more time to that would make sense. You know, I'm going to admit to this. If my German teacher is watching this, okay? I'm sorry. Not really sorry, but so there was this one time I took German in I think last semester I took German, and it just didn't really stick with me. Like, I understand a little basics, you know, male, female, stuff like that. But there was a certain assignment where we had to fill out what the translation was. And I was at home. I'm like, you know what? I have my cell phone with me. So I have this app. It's Google Translate, but it's the app. It's not like you just go in there. You can take a picture and it'll translate everything on the document. And so I did that, and she didn't say anything. My mom was just laughing at me. She was like, well, I mean, you know, you'll have it, but
yeah, and it's one thing is if you have something where you have especially when it comes with languages, if you don't learn it like when you're like 5, 6, that kind of stuff, as you get older, it gets really, really hard to do it unless it's something like Latin. Latin's a little bit easier. Latin, I started to learn it. I stopped because I didn't have the time for it. But Latin's easier to learn because it has a lot of what we know already if your first language is English or Spanish. So any of the Romance languages, I believe is what it is. I think. Don't quote me on
Romantic
that.
languages, yeah.
Yeah. Go look it up and just double check. But it's one of those things where like Latin was super easy for me to start learning because I could understand, okay, this is where this English word comes from. This is where this word comes from. This is why we say these things this certain way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I also took, I think it was last year, Greek, and that one was also, it was kind of similar because a lot of things from English come from Latin, and they come from Greek, and they come from all these other things because lo and behold, they're biblical languages. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be why. And so when I was learning some of that, I was like, okay, that makes sense. This sounds like this. And so I know a lot of I don't know about Latin, but I know a lot of the Greek alphabet is very similar to English. And so I think it's really funny, you know, now we can understand that. I know that people in public school can still know that, but we can understand, you know, these are biblical languages. I mean, that's where they came from. So
yeah. And it's go ahead, Anna.
I was just thinking about how once in a history book it literally said the English language is like the kid who's always taking all of the other kids' toys, like, because we get words like ballet from French, and then we get words from like English is not really its own language. It's just pieces of other languages.
Yeah, it's a language soup is what it is.
You're like a melting pot.
Yeah, because if you think about it, when people came to America, most people coming to America, their first language wasn't British English. And so when you get people whose first language isn't British English, then you get all these people who will add in their own words, and they'll add in things because they're like, I have this thing, this particular thing that I know, but I can't express it in the language that these people speak. Alrighty. All right, THR family. Well, that's all we have for today. We will continue our discussion at another time, and we will look forward to seeing from you. Please comment on our Facebook page to let us know if you have any questions, and also please comment on the videos as well. That lets us know that you're actually seeing them, and it also lets YouTube know that you're actually seeing them as well. So be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you all on a later date.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.